What's up, everybody? What's going on? Blitz says hi. Starting off the day with the kitty cat going ham. What's up, Brony? Prod Hero, King, Ginger Coke, Dennis, Mod Madness, Ash, Mario, Torres. Will they shut down DD2? Nah. DD1 still runs, man. Almost a decade later. DD2's not going anywhere. Brody, man, I hope I see a 10 and 10 tonight, too. Thomas Smith, how you doing? Mia Culpa's here. What up? All right, let's see what we can do here today. Let me clean up just a little bit here before I head out. Let's get some of this stuff unstacked. Do I have presents? Oh, I do have presents. What's going on there, Yan? How you doing? Thomas, what up, what up? Gotta get them presents. Oh, looks like I still got a full inventory, too. Wow. Yeah, well, there's the shard pack it gave me. Pardon me. See what's in the Defendy pack. Let's see. Oh my god, it's there! Yay! That is the flare item I've been going for this entire time. It's finally arrived. Oh my god, confirm, do not reroll. Oh man, that is so awesome. That's going to look great on the barb. Actually, I don't know which one to put on the barb. This is kind of how I roll with the barb now with the fishes, you know? Let's see. There's only a few that I'm missing that I really, really want, and that was one of them. Actually, I'd be pretty content with ground flares now. I'm only missing one. Twinkle toes. I want them sharks. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Alright, let's get the Mystic back in the mix here. What's going on, Goldeneye? How you doing? What else am I missing from cosmetics? Let's see. Missing a bunch of headpieces still. That Bone Mancer set I would like. Not necessarily just for the crown, but that's part of a set. And then, yeah, see, there's the Bone Mancer wings. These Bone Mancer wings look awesome. Those look pretty good too, I guess. And only missing the tail for the waist piece. So definitely getting there. Let's see, let's go back to normal here. I think it's going to save it, right? Yeah, okay, it's back to normal. My day's just really getting started there, Thomas. Zap Squad, what's up, what's up? It's actually kind of storms off and on pretty hard here. Anyway, let me clear out my inventory too, that way we can get this thing going. Can't believe I had all this stuff sitting here. Nothing good. No good rolls on anything. Let's see. Nada. I'm still looking for a couple more high roll relics. I mean, it's not crucial that I have them, so it's not a huge deal to me. But I'm on the lookout for a few high roll relics for sure. So I'm sure I'll come across something here today. Hopefully. Those are all pretty low there. Oh, there's a 10. Nice! Starting the day off with a 10 I didn't know I had. Shift on PC, Ethan. That's so awesome. I wonder what it is. What do y'all think it is? I got me a 10 right there at the bottom. I'm afraid to look. Is it Skelly Boom? Is it Skelly Boom, Anti-Skelly, Drain Aura, or what other terrible mod will it be? Let's see. Be something good and useful. Boar Boom, yeah, Boar Boom would be terrible there, Mia. Anti-Mini Boss, that's actually great. That's gonna go on Cannonballs. I'll save that. Nice. Right now, my only real completed Omega Wave setup is on my Lightning Strike auras, and I need a physical version, which I'd like to put on cannons. But anti-melee, anti-chaos, and anti-mini boss, same thing. I'll put those same 3 on it. No, there's no crossplay in DD2, sadly. Anyway, let's get things going here. Let's start off. Let's start off in the dungeons. That's where we normally start. Start off with little catacombs. Some on US West. Anyone who wants to join, feel free to hop on in. See if we can't get some loot. Yeah, anyway, like I was mentioning, there's storms off and on really bad here today, so if something happens, that's what happened. If my power goes out or something. Alright, what do we got? Protons. Let's continue on the Proton Nation. I've been living the Proton life here for the last several days. Loved them beams. Living that Proton life. Probably not anymore for DD2 Mage. For Dungeon Defenders Awakened, there's cross saves, so I'll be playing that on every platform every week. There's going to be a weekly PS4 stream, a weekly Xbox stream, a weekly Switch stream, and then multiple weekly PC streams. But for DD2, I mean, I'm not going to say never, but I'm completely unmotivated to get onto a console on DD2 right now. First off, the game is just running so bad on them. But second off, it's rinsing and repeating massive amounts of grind that I've already just done so many times. I'd rather play another game, to be honest, than to fire up a console for DD2. Sunny in Canada. Well, nothing wrong with that. I actually have a Switch arriving on Monday. I don't have it yet. It was donated to the channel. David Stang. You all know him from the streams, which is pretty damn awesome. I don't want to throw him out there like that, but yeah, it was donated to the channel. It shows up on Monday. I'm stoked. Monday afternoon, I'm gonna show the wife how it's done in some Mario Kart. Oh yeah. She's probably gonna crush me. No, there's no crossplay, Thomas. DD2 has and never will have crossplay, so no consoles can play together. Michigan. The question there, Ash, you know my wife's from Michigan, so the question is, Are you from the Michigan State side of the world, or are you from the Michigan side of the world? Because, oh, let me tell you. Yeah, on Dungeon Defenders Awakened, not on Dungeon Defenders Eternity. Like I said, on Awakened, I'll be playing on every single platform. You know? I'll be doing it all. And that's awesome. I mean, more games need that. You know, sometimes you want to get the high quality video and everything and play on PC. Other times you want to kick back on the couch. That's a can of worms you'd rather not get into. Fair enough. I don't play on PS4 or DD2, Jamie. So I'm not, I wouldn't be in a position to help you anyway. My PS4 account in DD2 is like in Chaos 3 or Chaos 4 right now. So I wouldn't be in a position to help anybody. Xbox either. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I just have no intention to go through that grind again. It's just too much. It's too much grind, not enough reward. So, sadly. I continued it till it was over. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to rule out ever playing DD2 on the consoles again, because I did enjoy playing it on the consoles, but like right now, all I hear is people complaining about how buggy it is and how crashy it is. I've got no interest to go from a game that runs relatively smooth to play the same game on a buggy platform. You know? I think I went to like 5, something like that. Yeah, I went till 5. It was like 4.5 hour stream. Yeah, Awakened is going to be proper, you know. DD2 is never going to get things like that. I mean, we just need to be realistic about it. They've been telling us that crossplay will never happen in DD2 for several years. They've been saying that. Yet, we all still scream for it because we all want it. And, you know, I mean, that's fair. But it's just not going to happen in DD2. I mean, for the last several years, they've been telling us it's not going to happen in DD2. But DDA, we will be good to go. Cross saves right at launch. They said crossplay won't be there at launch, but that crossplay will come later down the road. But cross saves will be there right away. Yeah, you can play with a controller. I know a lot of people that play with a controller. A lot of long-time players, you know. Mama. Y'all remember Mama? Mama plays with a controller. Crossplay will be great, but cross saves is huge too. I mean, they're both obviously both awesome, but the cross saves, man, I just love that idea. Because like I said, I mean, some days you just want to play on the PC, some days you don't. You want to play on other platforms. I'm so excited about that. Now, cross saves will be there from the start. Here, Bryn, they've already confirmed that. Or, well, I mean, they haven't confirmed it 100%, but Elandrian said that there's like a 90% chance that cross save will be there right at launch, and then cross play will come later. If you enjoy playing it, it's worth it. Cryptic DD2's not going anywhere. You guys are all, I mean, people are acting like somebody's going to come flip a switch and turn it off in October. That's not happening. DD2's not going anywhere. It's still going to be around. I mean, DD1 is still running today. You know, 8 years later. Uh-oh. What's that? There's somebody standing on a core. How did I know? How did I know? Oh my god, are you purposely doing that? Don't stand on the core, man. When they coming. Awaken gets released in October, Brody. We don't have a set date yet. It's all good. You gotta go get a drink or something. Just don't stand on the core. I mean, good lord, man. Them assassins are cleavy. They want to hit all the things. Alright. Just go random, collect up some miscellaneous crafting materials here today. I should play with a controller one day just to see how bad I'll be. Well, I mean, like I said, it's a game, right? So it's about having fun. If you're not having fun, then no, don't play it. If you're having fun, then by all means play it. I mean, whether or not you have things to do in the game, I mean, we all have things to do in the game. There's no limit to Ascension or anything, you know? So it's all about the fun factor. If you're having fun, then hell yeah, you should keep playing. And then if you're not having fun, then you shouldn't. Nah, it just comes out. You get the loot no matter what now, Corb. You don't have to open it anymore. They changed that like a couple of patches ago. You need to do up the keep. There, yeah, get all that XP. Who are the most overpowered characters? Well, I mean, the monk, the EV2. As far as hero DPS goes, it would be like the monk, the Dryad, the barbarian's pretty OP. You know, as far as defenses go, you can really make any defense OP. Add crowd control, and you win. Keep is way more experience than Resort is, Mia. And if you look at the time, it's, you know, the wave 6 is over in like 2 seconds. So it's not giving you additional time, really. It takes me longer to build this one than it does to keep, to be honest. So I think I can run, I mean, I don't know, I'd have to time it side by side. That's something I still need to do, is go through and time how long it takes all the mobs to come out on all the maps. I think we're good, right? Did I hit all the entrances? I think so. Got 1100 left. Nothing really to do. What's going on there, Omen? How you doing? Who's my favorite character? I really like the EV, the monk, the gun witch, the mystic. Those are all my favorites for sure. We got a spot open. Anybody wants to join, feel free to hop on in from the war table. Yeah, these are my AFK Drakenfrost Resort auras. These aren't my normal auras. So they're monstrously huge. They have Go Boo Boom and Tenacity and all that stuff on them for AFK in the keep. There is no best character, Thomas. Best is all relative to personal opinion, so there is no best. They're all good. Any character can be a complete beast if you set it up that way. Any defense can be a complete beast if you set it up that way. So just all about what you want to use, you know. I don't see why there'd be any problem using a PS3 controller. I mean, I don't know. When I use a controller, I use an Xbox controller. So I don't know if there's any... I mean, I wouldn't think there's any kind of issues with using a PlayStation controller, though. I just told you, my favorites are EV, Gun Witch, the Monk, and the Mystic. The Dryad's up there pretty high. I don't really have a this is my favorite. If I had a this is my favorite, it would probably be the EV. I mean, that's a hard thing to call, you know? You got a bunch of heroes that you like. I do really like the EV. I just like the whole theme. The theme of the EV. And, you know, I mean, clearly she needs double jump, but besides that, it's pretty fun to play. Where's the robot springs for the boots for the EV chromatic? Come on, make it happen. Make it so. You'd want to go with the corrupt shrooms, not the pure ones. The corrupt shrooms will give you that stun, and then you can multiply them. I don't have a delay there, Simplex. It's all based off of how far you are from a server. Every stream has a delay. It's just a matter of how far away you are. I mean, if I was to look on my screen, let's see. Looks like my delay is about 12 seconds, which is pretty standard. Actually, that's above average. So, I mean, I'm streaming to the YouTube Seattle server. The further you are away from YouTube Seattle, the larger delay you'll have. YouTube handles their live stream processing kind of funky. Oh, I got wrecked. Oh, well, there you go. I mean, Germany's, of course, a long way from Seattle. But that's, you know, all live streams have a delay. There is no instantaneous live streaming anywhere in the world. That's not a thing. So, you know, it's not that bad. It's not like you're having to... I mean, obviously, you just responded pretty quick. I can't imagine you're having more than, like, 20 seconds. Which, for Twitch, 20 seconds is the norm that Twitch actually advertises when you've got it set for low latency. Oh yeah, the Mystic is super fast. What shards do I have on the LSA? Well, they're set up for boss killing, so it's full power. I've got, what, defense rate, destruction, and vampiric, I think? They haven't announced it yet, they're gaming. I'm anxious to find out, though. We know the currency is going to be Defender medals. I'm going to go ahead and take a wild guess. All they've confirmed is Defender medals. But I'm going to take a crazy guess and say that it's probably going to be Defender medals and gems. Considering that most things in the game that you can do right now with Defender medals, you can do with gems as well. So I'm going to assume it's Defender medals and gems, but we don't know the cost. I'm anxious to find out. Jesus, dude, you're AFK on the court again? Ugh. Oh my god. Or that one's not him. That one's a Lady Orc. I use mass destruction on poison dart towers personally. The mass destruction, there's no wrong place to use it. Use mass destruction on a defense that you want to use frequently is the right call. But there's no wrong place, you know. Use it wherever. It's a great shard, you know. LSA is Lightning Strike Aura, TMC. Oh, well, I AFK all the time, but I'm not going to do that while I'm streaming. I mean, I AFK Drakenfrost Keep all day. Now, I'm still there. I just am watching a movie or whatever. And then when, you know, when the Drakenlord comes, of course you can set up for it. Oil geysers. Just wreck the Drakenlord, but I just tenacity through everything and grind to keep all day. It ends up getting, after a 4-streak win bonus, I end up getting 4 Ascension levels per map. Pretty ridiculous. What's going on, Space Tiger? Yeah, you need to get a special driver or whatever to run a PS3 controller. That makes sense, you know. Of course, they're gonna make Xbox work. They own it, assuming you're on a Windows system. We'll swing on in there, Mia. Deadly Strikes is bigger than range mod TMC. You got the range gambit in, right? I mean, on that, these auras that I'm using are not my normal auras. These are AFK Drakenfrost Keep auras. Here's my normal auras. Anti-melee, anti-chaos, and defense rate. Oh wow. I got the mess going here now. I normally have Vamp there. I don't know, I'm just going to leave it for today. I don't plan on using any poison dart towers today. But yeah, my normal setup is anti-melee, anti-chaos, and defense rate, and then I go destruction, vampiric, and deadly strikes. And you'll see they're not near as large. I mean, they're still big, but they're not as big as those Go Boo Boom ones with the tenacity. I'm not really in a hurry in gaming. I mean, I don't care if you want to come in and build out, have at it. I got no problem with somebody else building. What's good with explosive traps? Well, they hit really hard. They're physical damage, so if you're in Onslaught and you want physical damage. They're also crushing damage, so if you're set up in a freeze situation, like here we're going to be freezing stuff with the proton beams, having explosive traps here would set off the shatter combo, which is good stuff, you know. Flogster, thank you so much for subscribing. There are new Chaos 8 items. You can get Chaos 8 amps in Onslaught floor 30 plus. They're extremely rare. And then it takes 6 Chaos 8 amps to create a Chaos 8 item. So sadly, no Chaos 8 stuff. Oh, we got Soul in here too. Come out, dang you. Sand Viper is single target defense. I've got it set up to hit 3 targets through a special shard for it. But it's a defense that channels into the enemy. We'll watch it in action here. Throw a Skyguard here just for good measure. We got Soul, we got Gaming, we got Wotik. Sorry there, Mia. I'll make a new map here after a couple. It's killing everything so quick, but it just sits there and channels like a laser beam into the enemies. They hit really hard, so it's single target, but things do die pretty quickly. There's only really one downside to them. The downside to them is you can't have more than one attacking a single target, so only one beam will hit one target. Which kind of stinks, but you know. The best thing against high roller lanes? Well, there's lots of options. High roller lanes, it's about the build, not about the tower, really. You can use almost any tower, and you put it behind. So, like, say this was a high roller lane, I'd put ballistas or cannonballs or flamethrowers or ramsters or anything else over here pointed at the back side of the roller. So when they come out, it's going to hit them in the sweet spot. So yeah, it's more about the build than the actual defense you're using. You got EV2 already? I mean, really, any of them would be good. If it was me personally, I would probably add on either the Mystic or the Dryad, personally. But there's no wrong answer there. You know, you can do whatever one you want. If you do exclamation next hero in chat, it'll give you a link to Lightrayne's premium hero analysis, which is a really good little guide he wrote up for Steam that kind of gives you an overview of all the premium heroes and allows you to kind of make an educated guess. The Abyss Lord's a good option too. There's a big problem with the Abyss Lord. The Abyss Lords only has one really highly functional defense, and that's the Ramster. And then the Abyss Lord can be very strong as playing actively, but you have to really enjoy that playstyle. Kind of the mid-range CC playstyle. The Dryad has never been bad, Stella. The Dryad's one of the highest burst damage heroes. It's number 2. The Monk is number 1, the Dryad's number 2, as far as hitting the biggest burst numbers. But the Dryad's defenses, even in their... They've got really bad AI, the Dryad's defenses do. But even in light of that, they're still just super strong. The Abyss Lord just doesn't bring, unless you enjoy that playstyle. I mean, if you want to crowd control a lane and you're not about doing the big damage numbers or whatever, then the Abyss Lord is spectacular, you know? As far as a builder, though, the Abyss Lord's only got 1 defense. I mean, obviously, the Abyss Lord has 4 defenses, but there's only 1 that you would ever want to use. Nah, there's no crossplay, sadly, Tristan. No crossplay in DD2. DDA for the win. We'll be playing together on DDA. There's no best way to build anything in the game, Max. You have to pick what you want your defense to do, and you build for that. There's just lots and lots and lots of different mods that you can change a defense's functionality and purpose with between mods and shards. So you'd have to decide what you want your Ramsters to do and then build them for that. So the best way to build them would be depending on what you wanted them to do. I mean, as a general rule, it's a AoE tower type defense. So where like this is a single target defense, the Ramster is an AoE defense. So it's going to hit up to 10 mobs at a time. And then it's going to do significantly less damage per hit, of course. The Dryad's really strong. A really strong builder, like I said. Even with the buggy AI, the Dryad's just strong, you know? Slimes and bees, the Nimbus. The Dryad's only got 1 kind of bum defense, and that's the Harpies. I haven't had any real issues there, Pink Commando, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. The game runs terrible. I mean, we all know it. Every platform it runs bad. It runs, you know, obviously it runs better on PC than anywhere else. But it's just a terribly optimized game. Or terribly unoptimized game, I should say. Sadly, we all know that is a thing with DD2. Well, that's the thing there, TMC, is it's not... The game isn't about the DPS of your towers. It's about putting together the proper build. You know, so there would be situations where you would use one over the other. But it's up to you what you'd use, you know. Let's see what we got left. Well, I mean, you can use blockades now if you're not doing Onslaught, you know. That's what I'm talking about, Max. I am so looking forward to that. I mean, blockades have never really been a meta. There's been, ever since DD2 was a thing, people have been finding reasons to not use blockades. It's got to be Soul, right? Yep. Soul making me want to bust out the huntress with that toxic shock. Do I have it? I don't have him in the deck. That thing's such a cool looking bill. What's going on there, Tammy? How you doing? Are you late? You're a little late. Not too bad, though. We've only not even an hour in yet. Crap, I forgot to switch. I was going to put the huntress in. It's just an awesome looking bow. Am I going to play DDA? I'm going to play DDA like a mofo. Well, Chaos 2, you got Cyborgs. Cyborgs disable ground traps, Rs, and nodes. So on any map, the thing to do in Chaos 2 is not use ground traps, Rs, or nodes. And then the Cyborg is just a regular old orc. That looks cooler. It's got a fancier suit on. So, I mean, cannonballs, flamethrowers, ramsters, harpoons, poison dart towers. I think when I was first breaking into Chaos 2 the first time, I used, cannons with stun and PDTs. I don't have the huntress set up anyway. I'd be standing next to Soul shooting just to look cool, but I wouldn't actually be doing anything. This is all in all campaign gear. The TV in the background? Nah, that was in the song. Those voices were in the song. This is a playlist from TechnoAxe. It's another YouTube channel. Yeah, so that's challenge mode right there. We'll have challenge maps in at launch, which is awesome. There it is again, Ash. Here's the beauty of the aimbot Mystic. There's no mobs down there. I was going to say I can shoot this way and hit those mobs. Here they come, here they come. Oh, they all die too quick? They're not making it up here close enough to me. Ah, there's nothing there. Bad example. Well, I don't have anything current set up on those at the moment, but I mean, all blockades are the same. With the tree, you would want more range, so you'll want to use deadly strikes. Protective downgrade servo is really, really good. Let's see. This is what I would do. Let me find. No, that's not the right one. Sorry, y'all. Give me a sec here. Accumulator servo, fortitude servo. Those are all really good. You know, you can. There's no like best for walls. Just set them up with whatever you have. It's a special giveaway item on my YouTube or Twitch channels. There's Space Tiger. I'm gonna have another giveaway starting soon. YouTube actually has some issues with doing giveaways now. That they're issuing community strikes to channels. I actually got one last month. I mean, I had it removed. But YouTube is being YouTube, sadly. If DDA ends up coming through with the Twitch integration, like Chromatic is saying it's going to have, then I'm going to be doing all my live streams on Twitch in the future. And I'll put clips and edited videos on YouTube. I would use, before I used Hardened, I would definitely use, I would use Accumulator Servo. As far as like a must-have wall shard, to me that would be Accumulator Servo. So I would use Accumulator Servo over Hardened all day. Welcome back there, Thomas. What's up, Deacon? How you doing? Nah, I don't. I'm still setting up all my heroes after Ancient Power Gaming, so I don't have any of the popular mods for sale. I still need some. Alright, Ash, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. Yep, it's already built. That's got to be something buggy. I mean, there's no reason your Sand Viper should do negative damage unless you don't have a Relic equipped. And if you don't have a Relic equipped and you went into the range gambit, it'll show negative damage. But that's the only reason it should, really. Farming sweet corn. Not really farming anything specific, to be honest. Just kind of playing, getting some Ascension levels. I mean, I'm not going to complain about getting any good mods because I do still need mods to set heroes up. So I'll take any and all of the good stuff. It's fine with me. Damn it, I jumped off. I fell off the roof. Get some laser beams. We need laser beams. I'm having a good day so far, Prot Hero. Just getting started. I don't know. Tristan, I'm not sure. I can't imagine there will be at launch. I mean, it's a tower defense game. They're going to focus on the tower defense. But maybe down the road. Just time, Corby. I mean, there may be like an internal hard cap that's a really high number. But it's just time. The bees and the harpies are worse than any of it, Omen. The slimes aren't terrible. The problem slimes have is they're a little bit slow. So you definitely don't want to go big range on the slimes, as they'll just never get to the target. You know, it takes so long for them to get there. Like lady orcs and stuff will run right past them. But yeah, bees and harpies are just, their AI is just really wonky. Bees will do very strange things. They'll like run down and attack things that are under the map. Like, you know, something that's down there in like the world generation that was used as like a world anchor or something. They'll go down and attack things like that. They'll just do really weird things. Yeah, sadly at the moment there's no way to reorder them other than just deleting. I need to do that at some point. The problem I have is I've got so many heroes that are being used for storage, you know? Just holding shards to keep them out of my inventory. If I go through and I delete everybody to reorder them, I'm going to have to find somewhere to put all those shards. Oh, hornets are very strong. Like I said, that's the thing. That's the thing that makes the Dryad so ridiculous, is even with that buggy AI state, the bees are super, super strong. Anyone carry you in Onslaught? Nobody wants to do Onslaught for themselves. They sure as hell don't want to carry anybody else. Harpies have a bad targeting issue where they'll sit there and channel the damage into dead mobs. And then they've got that reload animation when they pop their wings back. Completely stops all DPS from them. It kind of kills the harpies. What do I play? I play lots of stuff. Right now I'm playing, what? DD2, DD1, Satisfactory, Factory Town, Path of Exile. What else do I have going right now? What's that? Huh? Satisfactory. I said that one already. Sorry, talking to the wife. What are the bees build? Well, it's what you want it to be. Every defense is the same in that regard. You pick what you want your defense to do. You know, DD2 is all about hard counters. So pick a task for your defense. You shouldn't have more than one defense that's a general lane clearer. Like for me, my general lane clear defense is a flame aura. And then every other defense, you should pick what you want that defense to do. So if you got your general lane clear down and you got like your flame auras down, then all the little goblins and all the little trash mobs are all going to die. So what's making it through? You know, is it lady orcs? Is it, you know, regular orcs? Is it frost mobs? And then specialize a defense for that purpose. You don't want all of your stuff to be just general lane clear, because then you're going to struggle in high Onslaught. if you don't have any specialized defenses. So, like, for me, Flame Auras are my general lane clear. Lightning Strike Auras are my boss killers. Poison Dart Towers and the snakes here are my controlled burn setups. Fissures I'm using for frost lanes. Or did I say that already? What else do we have that I use regularly? Ballistas. Ballistas I have set up for general lane clear, but that's the physical side of it. So if I need physical damage, I use ballistas. If I need magic damage, I'd use flame auras. The Harpies, the problem with the Harpy is that reload animation. It's been like that ever since the beginning. So Harpies have never become popular. One of the big problems, Mikey C. But one of the big issues with Harpies is it gives us the other way around. Like, we know tooltips are bugged, right? On lots of defenses. It doesn't say the correct number. But on all of those defenses, it's saying a number that's lower. So it's saying we're doing 1 million and we're actually doing 1.2 million. So it makes you want to, you know, it's fine because you're doing more than what it's telling you. Harpies are the other way around. They tell you they're doing this number, and they actually do less than that. Switch over to that tenacity setup for this map. Well, we don't have to deal with those braziers. Can just kind of chillax a little. Oh, you know it there, Soul. This is my grinder map now. The XP on it is so high that... I mean, it's just... I'm getting like 5 to 6 million XP per run more than I would on the next highest map. So this map is... I've been grinding it out big time. That and those rerolls, you know. Who doesn't want rerolls? Alright, I think we good. What was that? My phone was beeping. Oh wow, it looks like they killed Artifact. Really? Well, no, they haven't killed it yet. They just said it's dying. Artifact, I guess, went from 600,000 average online players down to less than 1,000. So, I mean, obviously they didn't... I never played it, but obviously they did something wrong. They did something to make people not want to play it. What Artifact was, wasn't in a Dota themed card game? I think that's what it was. Who we got there? We got Obsterix. Neo has arrived. It's not a shield, it's a shard, fat boy. The shard called, what is it called? Unholy Flames? Is that what it's called? Let me look. I don't have it on that one. Unholy Fire. It's from Chaos 6. But yeah, you can put that on any shield. Twinkie! What's going on, Twinkie? How you doing? How is things? Just playing is the best way to get Ascension. You get Ascension for everything that you do. I mean, if you're specifically focused on Ascension, you just want to grind Expeditions. Expeditions are considerably higher per map than Onslaught is. The general rule for farming in DD2 is if you're farming anything at all other than Chaos 8 amps, you do it in Expeditions. But yeah, Expeditions is where it's at. More loot than Onslaught, more XP than Onslaught. Targeted shard farming, which you can't do in Onslaught. It's all about them Expeditions. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, he up over yonder. Just finished finals and starting spring break. Nice. Well, grats. Enjoy your spring break there, Twinkie. It's just cosmetic, fat boy. You actually get it from this map, but it has to be in rotation. The Drakenlord themed weapons and mods come from this particular map, Drakenfrost Keep, but they're on a weekly rotation. Each week it's something different. There's four weeks worth of different stuff, so you just have to wait for it to come back around. Next week's the big one. The numero uno mod is next week. The Frostfire Remnants. I'm going to be farming the crap out of this map next week. I think it's Frostfire Remnants up next. Me, I'm at floor 51. I'm not doing Onslaught right now. I've already done, I mean, my highest is 300 and something. I don't plan on pushing Onslaught again, though, unless they make it rewarding. That's one of the problems a lot of people just don't grasp in Onslaught is you get the exact same drops on floor 900 as you do on floor 32. So it's just... Onslaught is just grind fest, and I'm just not interested in doing it anymore, to be honest. I was really hoping they were going to add a different game mode in, but that's not going to happen, it doesn't look like. I still got hopes that they'll put in something for Mastery. Make a second Mastery tier. There's 4, Twinkie. It's 4 different 4 weeks. And each week is a different one. But the good one, the one you want, hits next week. All about that Frostfire Remnants. The rest of them, I mean, there's other good ones too, but Frostfire Remnants is the big enchilada. It is the best, in my opinion anyway. The best of the best. Uh-oh, what we got going on here? There we go. We loaded, we just loaded in slow. Let's see, let's get back to beams. Where are you at, Mr. Proteus? Or Miss Proteus, I should say. That wasn't very nice of me. We're gonna have I know we're gonna have throwers out of that eventually, right? I mean, I should just put a reflect beam up there, but yeah, they all come back. It's on a 4-week rotation, so every 4 weeks. All of the mods are there at least every 4 weeks. We got a spot open too. Anybody wants to join? The name of the custom game will be gone, but just look for the throne room, Chaos 7 throne room map. I'll pop out after this one and go through my inventory and whatnot. There is no best, really. Fat Boy would be my opinion. The best is whatever hero you decide that you like and you want to really trick out. Every hero is very viable. You should 100% play the one that seems like it would be the most fun for you. Is, without question, the best thing to do. So, and I mean, as far as talking about extremes in the game, like what's best, every person will give you a different idea there. Because it's, you know, it's all about you and what you like to play. We're good, right? Throw more random stuff around just because. Cobalt's dive bombing my snakes, that ain't right. Let's throw one over here too to deal with that. My favorite to play is, I mean, it's a hard call. I really enjoy playing the Gun Witch. Is just so fun. I mean, the Gun Witch is just really, really fun. Cyborgs, you do one of three things. You either don't use Trapsaras or nodes, so use the proper defense versus the enemy you're facing. If you don't want to do that, then you can use the tenacity mod. And if you don't want to do that, then you can outrange them. Like right now, with this setup that I've got on these flame auras, with these massive flame auras, these flame auras will outrange a cyborg and frost orcs. They'll be dead prior to getting in range to disable. So, I mean, range, tenacity, or the correct defense is the three counters for cyborgs. Soul's Ancient Power icon looks so much better than mine. Mine looks so lame compared to his. I'm all jealous, Soul, but I just don't want to do any more Ancient Power. I want to play DDA, damn it. Give us DDA or give us more content for DD2. Or both. Give us both in the perfect world. I'm using Deadly Strikes and a mod. This is not my normal build. That's the Drakenfrost Keep setup that I just haven't. What this is my secondary Fisher build. So I took this Relic from my second Lavamancer. I've got two different Fisher setups. I use one as anti-frost for Frost Lanes and Onslaught. And then I've got another one for when I just want to add in more damage. Like say I wasn't happy with the damage setup here, and I wanted to get just a little bit more, but I didn't want to spend a bunch of DU, I could throw a Fisher down, and it's massive, so it's covering a huge area, and I've got Go Boo Boom on it. So I've got a range mod and Deadly Strike shard, and then throwing Go Boo Boom in it to get a little boom action. But this is not my normal Aura setup. My normal Aura setup would be anti-melee, anti-chaos, and defense rate with Deadly Strikes, Destruction, and Vampiric would be my usual go-to. Well, it sounds like you don't have your towers set up properly, maybe, then, you. And you're using the correct towers. You know, what are you doing? What towers are you using? You know, that, and don't use just one tower. Mix it up. You know, cannonballs are really strong, but you don't want to use cannonballs by themselves. As far as towers go, like, ballistas can be used by themselves. They're just that good. But most towers, you want towers that complement each other. You won't want to just use just one type. There is no best YBN. It depends on what you want to do with it. We got a game that's got just massive diversity, and there's lots of different ways. So best would be dependent on what you want to use them for. After defense power, I would go defense crit chance, and then defense crit damage, personally, Shane. Yeah, it sounds like you may not have them set up proper then, UU, because that should just wreck those lanes. I mean, Earth Shatters give you the CC, and then you've got lots of single target damage out of the cannons and snakes. I knew they were going to come out. Was that a Hex Thrower or was that a Cobalt? Wave 5 anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh no, I'm at 90%. I let it overflow. It's alright, I'll go through and clean my inventory up here in a minute. After this map, I'll head out to town and make a fresh group up. You guys can feel free to join back though if you want. I mean, obviously we're not filling up today. It's not a big difference, Shane. No. It's just, it makes a difference, but it's not huge. Especially a lot of times with defenses, you're going to be getting to the range cap anyway if you're using, you know, like if you're using a gilded deadly strikes or vicious strikes or whatever. A lot of times it will get you to the range cap. Or that was Neo. That's Neo's Ancient Power logo, not Soul. Sorry there, Neo. Alright, let's head out to town, see what's for sale. And clean out my bags. Maybe there's a 10 out of 10 sitting there. What do you guys think? Started the day off with a 10 out of 10. That's good stuff. Alright. Clean this mess up. See what we got here. How far did it go? Oh, I bleeded all the way over. Looks like all that made it into my last bag was the last 2 shards though, so that's not too bad. Alright, let's see what we got. Nothing there. Let's check these relics for rolls. Bad roll. Bad roll. Another bad roll. Wow. Cannot get a relic roll these days. What the heck? Serpent's Kiss. Now I'm curious, do I have that gilded? I do have that gilded. Alright. Come on, tens. Where you at? No 10s. Jeez. Crap rolls on everything. On PC, they go for about 30 mil. Cool kid. I know on Xbox, they go for like... I thought Terminator said they went for like 15 to 20 on Xbox. Orc boom. Man, just can't get a 10. Can't get a relic to roll over 46k. No 10 out of 10s out of all that stuff. Jeez. Alright. We good to go. See if anybody's selling anything good. Soul with the 600k Gobu Boom. That's a good deal. I thought that they said 15 to 20 million on Xbox. Frag Zombie would know on PlayStation. I don't think he's here today though. Alright, nothing. Somebody offering to do carries in town. For free of charge. Oh my gosh. Let's see, where do we want to start it back off? Let's go to the dungeons again. What have we not done today? We haven't done Molten Citadel or Crumble Bulwark. Get a little Molten Citadel going. Well, I mean, they used to be more expensive, Prod Hero, but rerolls made the prices go down on them. No mod should cost more than it costs to buy 286 reroll tokens. Basically is how you can look at it. Because 286 reroll tokens guarantees you a 10 out of 10 mod. So no individual mod should cost more than that. Chromium ingots, you just have to go to the appropriate map there, Finny. I think ingots are what the... I'm not in town now, but it shows you right on the war table what is what drops where. Ingots are like Temple and Necrotic. That, what is that, the Rotting Ravine? Oh, you know what? Let's do the apprentice hat. I forgot about that. This is the awesome apprentice hat map. Nice. That's not a very good looking apprentice hat, but you guys get the picture. My string art is not as strong as I like to pretend it is. That's the best I can do for an apprentice hat. That's all you get. I like to pretend I'm really good at drawing these apprentice hats, but, you know, real life says no. Alright, I think we good. I can't make the jump. I gotta cheat on the Mystic and come up the ramp. I gotta get a little step stool before I can jump up on the towers. I can't exactly complain. I started the day off with a 10 of 10 in my bag that I didn't know I had. And then I got a flare that I needed out of a Christmas tree defender pack. So I shouldn't complain about not getting any 10 out of 10 mods today, but I will anyway. My Vipers are set up for controlled burn lanes. I'm just using them now for fun. So they got... range, rate, and venomous viper on them, and then destruction vamp and split vipers. But I set them up in anticipation of the poison combo that's going to be coming. We know the next update is bringing us a new poison combo, the petrify, which will be poisoned enemies that get hit by earth damage. So I've actually, this entire setup I'm using right now is in preparation for that. If you notice, I got a little earth animation. I'm not sure how well you can see it on stream, but I attuned my proton beams to earth. Terminator! What's going on there, Term? How you doing? Oh, I've fallen off the map a few times today. Yeah. That indeed has happened there, Term. 4,500? Nice. Yeah, sadly, that's a normal occurrence, Michael. That's a problem. Another problem we won't have in DDA is all the crash issues. Oh no! There we go. That one is dedicated to you, Terminator. I blame Terminator. He jinxed me. Oh, I'm doing good. It's real stormy out here today. Besides that, doing well. I'm surprised I haven't had any power, or, you know, I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm surprised I haven't had any power or internet problems today, but usually around here where I live, if the wind blows, you know, the wind blows, the power goes out. So what, 1,600 more Ascension to go, and I'll be content. I won't be happy, but I'll be content. Oh, got stuck in a rock. Get snaked, baddies. Man, nobody grinding DD2 today, looks like. I did a test the other night just to see, because so many people are saying that nobody's doing public matches. And, you know, of course, when I'm streaming and I do public matches, it's easier for me to get a full group. But I did a test the other night. I ran public Chaos 7 matches for an hour. And during prime time, too. It started at like 6 p.m. So I ran public Chaos 7 expeditions for an hour, and not one person joined me in that whole hour. Oh, the game's so grindy, you don't want to grind it out in two different places anyway, Michael. We'll all be able to play together in DDA. In DD2, it's just never going to be a reality, but in DDA it will. I am looking forward to it. My favorite hero to use? Probably the Gunwitch, if I had to pick one. Gunwitch is super fun. The Monk's really fun, the EV's really fun, the Mystic's fun. I mean, those are my favorites. The Dryad's pretty fun, really. You just have to get used to the resource management. Get off me. Yeah, I think the EU servers are it seems to me anyway. Now, of course, you know, a lot of that is perception too, but it seems to me like the EU servers are the most active. It seems like there's always the most amount of people in town, and the most amount of people, not necessarily doing matches, but in town for sure. That would be pretty cool, Omen. I wouldn't nerf any hero. I don't think heroes should be nerfed. I think other heroes should be buffed. I'm not a big fan of nerfing things. They give us an amount of power. If they're not happy with the amount of power they give us, then in my opinion they should buff the enemies, not nerf the heroes. You know, if they feel like we're too strong, then buff the enemies. That's just my general that's my 2 cents. It just is, it's always so nice getting a hero dialed in, you know? In any game, not just DD2, in any game you play. You know, you put all this time and energy into getting the character you're playing exactly where you want them, and then they get nerfed. It's like, you know, it's just a big smack in the face every time. Snakes! I forgot snakes, Neo. We can't be going snakeless, that ain't right. Put another one down here. We needs laser beams, man. Laser beams. I mean, I understand if something is just like broken, imbalanced, but then that's not a nerf. That's fixing something that's broken. But as far as a general rule, I mean, I really think, you know, and I know that there's testing and balance testing and all that stuff, but it's always just irritated me when, you know, you just, I mean, sometimes you might have 400 or 500 hours into setting one single hero up or character up in a game you're playing. And then all of a sudden the nerf bat swings and that character is like back to the Stone Ages. I mean, as far as buffs, like, I would love to see, say, I would like to see the Initiate get changed a little mechanically. The only thing they would have to do, in my opinion, on the Initiate to make her more fun to play would be get rid of that charge up on her kick. If it was like Chi Blast where you hit the button and it goes, I think that alone would be huge for the Initiate. I would love to see a lot of the auto attack heroes get a little bit more love, like the huntress, you know, those hero damage, charge shot hero damage builds just don't compete with the ability power builds. You know, the ability power builds are just way more damage. Now, I mean, I'm still using it. Like, I'm using a hero damage build on the Mystic here, but I'm doing terrible damage right now. My DPS output is crap. But it's map-wide crap. So that's the benefit. These my little daggers are bouncing around all over the place, you know. Yeah, Cannon Ogre and Mastery can ruin your day, that's for dang sure. Where the hell is that flyer going? Huh. It wasn't even a flyer lane. What was the flyer doing over there? He must have flew over to say hi to one of his homies. Well, you're just using the wrong ability. Omen. Proton charge is not supposed to deal with siege rollers. For an ability power EV, you just drop a couple of bombs behind, grab bombs behind him, and it blows rollers up instantly, like one shot. You can't proton charge a roller. You're just using the wrong attack. There. I got a flare I wanted out of a chest today, Omen. I'm pretty stoked about that. My little Christmas tree Defendy pack. Hooked it up today. Yeah, the temple map on PlayStation is extremely broken. There's no doubt about it. I've heard Frag Zombie has been going on and on about that for months. What's going on, Tammy? Welcome back. I gotta get an obelisk set back up. Neo's reminded me here. How you playing a mystic and no obelisk? What's your problem, Juice? That's what that says. Obelisk is such a strong defense. Every build can use one, you know? Just such an awesome defense. I'm excited to get the Mystic dialed in, though, and see what I can get her to. I know Nictus has a pretty good Nictus Mystic. Almost can't say it. But he's got a bunch of C8 stuff in the mix. I don't plan on taking any of my hero stuff up to C8. I may do one hero to C8, just for lols. Nictus is the top of the leaderboards for both of them. He is the king of the grind. At least he was last I checked. I'm assuming he still is. I mean, he's way up on Ancient Power. He's reset 200 times. Dude's got an obsession. Nictus, you got an obsession. I have more deaths from falling off maps than anything else. Without a doubt. That is the leading cause of deaths for me personally, is falling off the map. I like to jump backwards way too much, and you're using double jump heroes or heroes that move fast. Jumping backwards without looking at what's behind you is just never smart. But oh, I do it. I do it anyway. Yeah, his hyper shards are good. Good stuff. I mean, the relatively recent announcement with automation, with the free tenacity benefit being an intended feature, it's kind of a no-brainer to go through and get them all now. Am I still set up for it? Let's see, can move weapon mans in. Did I change my auras around? No, I've still got that set on the auras. Alright, and I am empty again, all alone. Feel free to come on in and join me, y'all. Neo had enough. He's like, this dude ain't using obelisks. I'm out. There we go. Who we get? We got Izzy. This is my super boring AFK build, so now's a great time. If you have any questions about anything in the game, this map is probably a great time to ask them, because I can completely not pay attention and let the map run, which is nice. Here we go. I'll stay on the monk for this one. Who else we get? We got Dragomeister. Yeah, automation is huge there, Prod Hero. It's a free 100% 10 out of 10 Chaos 8 tenacity, basically. It functions just like, besides its intended use, where it heals every time. I can tell you where it's going for me. It's going on obelisks for Onslaught, and that's going to be my dive bomb flyer defense. Well, there's been no mention from Chromatic that it's ever going to be removed. They're never done. So I highly doubt it will. I mean, they could leave the map and get rid of the boss. Would be fine, you know? Obelisk is a map-wide smite. Has unlimited range. So it hits every enemy, will hit, or can hit any enemy on the map. It's a single target smite, but it also gives a powerful hero boost. So if you see the obelisk, you'll get a little shield around you. That's not just a shield, it's a damage boost as well. Hero damage and ability power boost. Raw stat boost. So it makes you completely beast mode. I don't think they'll change it. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't complain if they did, but I don't think they're going to change it. To be honest, I don't think DD2 is going to get any massive changes to the game. Ever. I think it's in, other than balance passes and getting in the updates that they've already been working on, I don't think there will be anything else new. Now, I don't know that that's the case. But, I mean, Elandrian straight up said it. He's like, what I mean by slowing down on DD2 is there will be balance passes, bugs fixes, and then new cosmetics, I think was what he said. So we'll periodically get new cosmetics, we'll get bug fixes, but as far as getting more content for DD2, anything other than anything that's already in the works and being planned, I don't think we'll get anything else. That's just what its attack is called. It's called smite. If you place an obelisk and you look on the tooltip, it'll show smite damage. Because I'm using tenacity on all my defenses, Tammy. I mean, the torches will still go out, but we're just lighting them just as novelty. There's no reason to. I'm using 100% tenacity on all the defenses I have down right now. The Flamars, well, I'm only using Flamars and Weapon Mans. And they've both got 100% tenacity on them. And I still just really hope they do something in Mastery Mode. If they leave us in DD2 with nothing to do other than Onslaught, I just really think that's a bad thing. And we know that the Chaos 8 shards that are coming and the new weapons that are coming are both tied into Onslaught. Which is just, I don't know. To me, it's disappointing. You know, obviously I'm a little harsher on the game than a lot of people would be, but it's what happens when you put this much time into something, you know? Well, there's nobody who's doing Mastery is the problem, Michael. It's not that people won't join, it's that no one is doing it. Mastery is a one-and-done gameplay mode. It's lots of play. It's what, 7 times 21? That's what, 147 maps? It's a content... It's content for the game that's 147 maps. That's not repeatable. Once you do it once, there is literally zero reason to ever do it again. And that's why nobody plays Mastery. Because they're done. They're either done or not interested. One of the two. But if they made Mastery repeatable, and made it so that there was a second reward tier, then it would not become a one-and-done gameplay mode. It would give it some replay value, and there'd be a lot more people doing Mastery. But that's the main problem with Mastery. Alright, Tammy, well, thanks for swinging by. I do appreciate it. Man, I hope. I just really, really hope. If just fixing... Now, obviously, I would love to see more content for DD2, so don't, you know, misunderstand what I'm saying here. But I would be much more content with how DD2 is being finalized or finished out if we at least had replay value out of Mastery. I mean, then we'd have 3 game modes to play. We can do Expeditions, we can do Onslaught, and we can do Mastery. It would be a decently rounded out free-to-play game. I mean, is it going to give you as much content as Warframe or Path of Exile? Nope. But for what it is, it would be, you know, it would be a fine finish, so to speak, to the game. But I think a lot of it depends on DDA too, you know. I mean, let's be honest, DDA is going to be more popular than DD2. It just is. Because it's going to appeal to people from the DD1 and the DD2 player bases. And DD1 has got a strong player base for a game that's that old, and they're very active in... I mean, there's community-driven things in DD1. There's community events. There's reasons to still play DD1, you know? I mean, looking at it just in that regard, you know that DD2 will never completely die. There will always be people playing DD2. There will never be a reason for Chromatic to switch the DD2 servers off. I mean, when that... I mean, eventually, obviously, it'll happen. But when it happens, it'll be like 10 years down the road. Satisfactory is pretty awesome, Andreas. I've been really having fun with that. Difficulty is unlimited. It goes all the way up to just straight up undoable in Onslaught. So I mean, we're not going to get another tier of difficulty in DD2. I mean, maybe one day, but I can't imagine it'll be anytime soon. Like a Chaos 8, 9, and 10 or anything like that. Maybe one day. But won't be soon for sure. Satisfactory is definitely awesome. I've been playing the crap out of it. I played it, what was it, what's today, Saturday? So it was Thursday. I recorded like 10 episodes of my Satisfactory playthrough. And then yesterday I didn't get to play hardly anything because I had so much video editing to do, and I'm not even halfway done with it. That's the problem with grinding out a game and doing like a Let's Play series of it in one day. If you do that live, then you got no work to do after. But when you're doing like a Let's Play series for YouTube, it gives you lots and lots of editing work. And we got time for one more. Let's do another. I don't understand the question. If you're doing C7, you're doing Expeditions Hybrid. There is no C7 mode. It's Expeditions or Onslaught or Mastery. But this is C7, yeah. I'm always doing C7 unless it says otherwise. Same map, huh? It's alright. I'll take it. Get me them rerolls. Actually, maybe I'll do some rerolls at the end of the stream. Do this run here and then get some rerolls going. I should have a couple reroll tokens now, right? Oh, not very many, only 8. I've been blowing them. Alright, you know what? They're in the bank. I've got more than 8. Oh, it's all good, man. It's all good. Let's see. Wrong dude. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you accept. It's a 10 out of 10 thing. I mean, you're going to accept ones along the way. Not accepting it doesn't affect it. It's if you re-roll a specific mod 286 times, you're guaranteed a 10. It doesn't matter how many times you've accepted or whatever along that path, though. I'm going to end up needing to do some, well, I mean, I'm not going to have every 10 out of 10, every hero all 10 out of 10 mods, or every defense all 10 out of 10 mods. I mean, eventually I will, but not like for going through and doing the final set of hero spotlights. I'm excited to get those going, though. We just need this damn update to get here. What they said the first 2 weeks in April. Well, we got another week of March left still. So, I mean, it could still be 3 more weeks away. If it comes the second week in April. They said the first 2 weeks, so I mean, technically it could be there April 1st. Man, I hope it is. Beginning of April would be awesome. I want to start playing with that poison combo and check it out, you know? See what's up with it. Ooh, slammy, slammy. We had our front door, it stopped raining, and it was a little warm, so we had the front door open, and the wind just slammed it, like, big time. Well, you don't want to re-roll it at C8, Harry. I don't know, to be honest. I've never done it, but you don't want to do that because the price goes up. Always re-roll your stuff at C7. Don't upgrade it to C8 first, then re-roll it. Re-roll it and then upgrade it is the correct path. It's substantially more expensive to re-roll at C7 than it is or at C8 than it is at C7. In materials and in gold. I mean, with that being said, I have done tons of C8 rerolls though. So, I mean, I feel you. You got a piece that you've already got to C8 and you want it, instead of 9 out of 10, you want it to be 10 out of 10. So, I hear you there. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense, Xerox. Right now, the best crowd control in the game is a weapon manufacturer with shocking revelations in water. Now, for that third mod, you could use controller still, or you could use defense rate, or you could use defense range. I mean, there's lots of options, but the primary two that you would want on a weapon man is without a doubt shocking revelations in water. Well, in the current state, the triples and quintuples are working for everything. It's a raw damage boost. So like a quintuple chip on, say, a monk is also going to affect the melee swing, even though that's not the quintuple ranged attack. It's been like that for several months now. Now, with that being said, it has gone back and forth. It has worked and not worked many times since mods were a thing. Oh, there's nothing wrong with 9 out of 10 shocking revs, Harry. You're not getting much benefit out of raising that to 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10 works great. 1 out of 10 works great. It's just a matter of using it for crowd control. You know, but you're getting very little benefit from a 1 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 on shocking. DD3 is not coming anytime soon. Dungeon Defenders Awakened is on the way. I don't think DD3 will be crowdfunded. I mean, it might. I don't know. You know, that's not something I'm going to know the answer to. I think that the money that's made from DDA will fund DD3. DD3 is many, many years away, though. I mean, DDA is not even here yet. You know, Dungeon Defenders Awakened will be here, my guess is, for a couple of years prior to them starting development on DD3 at all. I mean, that's just a guess, of course. We don't know. Nobody knows but them. It just doesn't seem like it's a very fair description there, Omen. I mean, we're going to have to wait and see. If Dungeon Defenders Awakened turns out to be Dungeon Defenders Eternity with better graphics, it's going to be the end of Dungeon Defenders. No one will ever trust the Dungeon Defenders developers again. And they know this, so they're not going to make that mistake. No, the game releases in October. The beta should be here in like September, Remington. They said they're ahead of schedule, so I think it'll be here in October. DD1 is supposed to be themed after Dungeon Defenders 1, but it's supposed to be a whole different story. It's supposed to be a story that ties in Dungeon Defenders 2 to the eventual Dungeon Defenders 3. So, you know, it'll be a different story. It'll be some same maps, but there's the same maps from DD1 to DD2. So, I mean, nobody can really complain about that. Now, we're going to have more DD1 maps, I think, that are redone. But it'll be under a new story. There will be new bosses. There will be new gear, different mechanics. I mean, it's not going to be a straight Dungeon Defenders rework. It's not like Dungeon Defenders Remastered or something, anything like that. Dungeon Defenders Eternity was actually really fun, but it was just a terrible cash grab. It was like playing the original Dungeon Defenders with broken mechanics and half the content is, I think, a pretty fair description of Dungeon Defenders Eternity. What Dungeon Defenders Eternity was a way for them to get a little bit of funding for DD2 and have the ability to test the Playverse system. Because this terrible matchmaking thing we have now called Playverse in DD2, it was created directly by Trendy Entertainment. And how they tested that system was Dungeon Defenders Eternity. I mean, it was without a doubt a sneaky little cash grab. Now, on the same note, I played it for 1,000 hours and I had fun with it. You know? It wasn't as good as DD1, and it was basically a stripped down version of DD1. You know? But Dungeon Defenders Awakened will not be that. I mean, I'm confident of that, because, like I said, the Chromatic guys, they all know. They know that that will be the end of their franchise if they do that. No, there's actually a lot of spoilers with the story in that interview I had with Elandrian. He went crazy with the spoilers. I was surprised. He told 10 times more story info than I expected him to. It's basically the old ones go back in time to prevent the heroes from being able to achieve ancient power. So we're going to go back in time to the library map where in DD1 the crystal was destroyed. Let's do one more. And then that's where the story will go from there. But if you haven't seen that interview with Elandrian, he gives a lot of info up about DDA. I'm personally using defense rate, anti-chaos, and anti-melee with deadly strikes, destruction, and vampiric. There, Jimmy, is what I'm using. See, they got Trendy just tweeted something. Let's see. Exhausted after an epic trip to San Francisco. Guess who's the dead body under the arrow? Oh, and there's an image. They're doing a Twitter giveaway. Trendy is, or Chromatic is. Alright. What do we want? Let's switch back. I want my Proton Nation going here. Beam it up, please. Beams, and more beams. Let's get some beams. Can I get a beam over here? So much DU to spend on this map. I did. Did you do the same thing there, Geek Illustrator? I did it. You know I did it. I did it right there on that video. You can see it. You can see my earthiness going. I got some mighty earthy beams over here, let me tell you. I love them. I just love proton beams. I'm so excited to try them out with that petrify and see how they do. Let's see, I think we're good, right? No point in putting a snake. I guess I could put a snake right here. It'll still help out. What's going on, Finch? Yeah, this is actually this is the last map. This was the just one more 2 or 3 more times. Thanks for coming by there, Jimmy. I do appreciate you. Here's Mia. Mia finally made it in. And there's Finch. Finch made it too. You get in for the last hurrah there, Finch. You got kidnapped into a global offensive game. We'll have to see. I hope it has the summoner. The DD1 flavored summoner they're aiming, but we'll have to see. It's got to have the EV2 or the EV for me. I think there should be cross-platform with every game, Prod Hero. That doesn't mean it'll happen though. DD2 cross-platform, crossplay is never going to happen. I mean, it's just, we just got to be realistic. It's just not happening. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. Their Geek Illustrator. Yeah, it's just as bad, sadly, Jimmy. It is bad. Bad everywhere. And the next update will help that too. DDA you might not play. That's fine. I mean, you gotta want to play it, you know? There's nothing wrong with continuing to play DD2 and not playing DDA. You just have to be realistic on your expectations. I mean, the newest game is always going to get all the love, you know? But there will still be plenty of people playing DD2, there's no doubt. No doubt in my mind. Kind of curious how many people are playing Dungeon Defenders 1 right now. I'm gonna look real quick. I'm gonna tab out. Do I have time to tab out? Yeah, I'll wait till the next wave. I'll hit G and then look. What we got? Fire and Frosty Boom. That would have been a great reset relic right there. As far as a throwaway for Frost Lanes for doing AP resets. 720. That's awesome, isn't it, Washboard? The jump the last few days, I've been doing comparisons, and there's been multiple times over the last couple of days, or the last several days, that there's been just as many people playing DD1 as there's been DD2. I gotta get some Dungeon Defenders going later on today, maybe. I'm obsessed with those dice now, Washboard. I've just dumped at least 150, 200 of those dice off to the vendor. Not including the ones I've kept. But I am just heavily obsessed with that dice pad in DD1 right now. People were telling me when I was talking about that last night, people were saying, oh, well, DD2 still got more players, got 20 more players. And it's like, well, you guys aren't realizing that the current player base that I'm talking about, for DD2, it's way below the last 30-day average. Where for DD1, it's like double. I mean, that's just awesome, you know? Nah, they took the Xbox servers offline, as far as I know, Geek. It's PC only for DD1. As far as I know, Washboard would know more. It's just PC now, isn't it, Washboard? I thought so. Washboard is the DD1 master, in case you guys don't know. There's lots of other DD1 masters I'm leaving out, but Washboard gets all the love from me. He's my Dungeon Defender's hero. Anytime I got a DD1 question, that's where I go. Washboard. But there's lots of players that are just crazy what they've gotten to in DD1. Alright, y'all. Well, that is going to be it for me today. I've got to get some other stuff done. I may end up coming back later and doing a late stream. Maybe some Factory Town or something real chill that I can just kind of veg over and kick back. But let's head out to Tavern. Get out to Tavern, check the loot, and do some rerolls here. Oh, can you still play on Xbox? Nice. I had a website before Muso, and it was a lot of work, and no one visited it. It didn't get any traffic, so I dropped it. It's probably been like a year and a half, 2 years ago I dropped it. But I did have a website going in the past. Just not worth it to keep it running, you know? Alright, let's see what kind of loot we got. Give me them 10s. I don't have a 360 or I'd try it out with you there, geek. Oh crap, I didn't want to sell that one. I don't have that one gilded yet. Alright, what do we got? We got nothing. We got any good rolls? That's not terrible. It's not good, but it's not terrible. I'm gonna keep that. That's close enough. That's close enough to keep around. I can throw that on something and make it work, right? Let's see what else we get. No 10s for me. That one's a little too low. It's close, but it's too low. Well, no more 10s today. But I had a pretty good run at 10 out of 10s yesterday, for sure. Wow, that's almost bottomed out. Terrible roll. Alright, let's see what we want to re-roll here. Get some re-rolled today, right? I want to do a re-roll on this. I kind of do, but that's good. That's good. That's good. This one's good. What do I have here? How did this stuff get in that bag? I don't know. Put this down here so I don't lose track of it. Here's a defense rate to reroll. That's my reroll target right there. If it ain't 10 out of 10, it don't matter. So let's reroll this bad boy. 38 chances. Man, odds of getting it on 38 are pretty darn slim, but let's give it a shot. Come on, 10. Be there. Come to me. There's no way it's going to be there, right? Ten more shots. Come on. Last chance, or 2 more chances. Alright, last chance. Be there, be there, be there. Nope. It is random there, Ginger. If there's a Sunday stream, it will be random. There's not always a Sunday stream, but if there is, it'll be... Sundays are... Sunday and Mondays are no alarm clock day for me. I don't, well, I mean, it's 1 out of 286. It's... I would have been shocked. That wasn't bad RNG. It would have been extremely good RNG if I would have gotten it. But yeah, if Sundays I don't, my wife is off work. So, you know, I mean, I married her for a reason. Like to spend a little time with the wife. But if I do stream on Sundays, it's not early. I don't get out of bed. My general gameplay is Saturday nights I stay up all night playing games. So like tonight I will not sleep. until Sunday comes rolling around. So I'll be staying up all night tonight, playing something. Oh, but anyway, everybody, thank you all so much for swinging by. That is going to do it for today. So thanks a ton all. Be a lot more DD2 content coming. I know a lot of people are kind of waiting on these hero spotlights, but just realize I don't want to put all this effort into making these hero spotlights when I could potentially have to redo them here in just a few weeks when we get the update. So as soon as that update comes, there will be a complete redo of all of the hero spotlights, bringing them all up to a current state. But thank you all an absolute ton for coming by. I do appreciate it. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. And I will see you all next time around. Take it easy.